Welcome back to part 29 of this series on building a video editor entirely with AI. The video editing is not all with AI, it's built with AI. There are certainly AI components to it, but the goal here is to go from making a screen recording like this, dropping it in a folder, and having a complete automated video production pipeline that edits, sweetens audio, produces shorts, analyzes the video, creates a thumbnail, a whole lot. So if you've watched all the parts up until now, you'll have a good idea of what we're doing. In the last part, I started looking at automating YouTube publishing, got a little bit stuck with it at the end, so we cut it off. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what was happening. So watch the last part, otherwise this part is not going to make any sense. So basically what was happening was I was logging into YouTube and I couldn't see any of my videos. The reason for that is because I've recently renamed my channel. So the old name for the channel used to be Full Stack JavaScript Development. Now it's just my name, Chris Webb. So when I was logging into YouTube and it put up the list of my accounts, I was expecting to see my name and my brain just saw Full Stack JavaScript Development and I thought it was like a different account. So I didn't click on it. That's actually my channel. So if I click on that and log in, then I get all my videos. So it's working. So everything Claude built in the last video is actually working 100%. Actually, with one exception. So one little problem, I'll show you this now and we'll continue on with this YouTube stuff. It is working. I've tested it. I've uploaded it. Just a couple of little bugs and a couple of little extra features I want to add that we'll do in this video. And we'll see how we go. But in terms of what I wanted to do with YouTube and automating publishing, it's all working. So let's see if I'm still logged in. So I can refresh the page, click on YouTube. And the important bit is this, scheduled publish date. So what this has done is it's gone to my channel here and it's worked out the last video that is scheduled for publishing. So you can see there's one there, March 4th. And so it's gone, okay, you want to put a new one up, you probably want to do that March 5th. And it's even got the time, 9 p.m. Australian time. Same thing for shorts. So if I go to shorts, you can see, interesting. Yeah, so I haven't got any shorts yet, but I tested this. So what I did was I set the date, I uploaded one, and then all these dates tick over. So that bit does work as well. Now, the bug I had, once I saw all my videos loading, was this date wasn't advancing. So it was sort of going to tomorrow rather than the 5th. And I was like, what's going on here? So what Claude had written was this code in red, where it was using YouTube's API, it's just doing a search, and it's going, get my channel, get my videos ordered by date. Problem with that is a generic YouTube search. So you could use that just to search YouTube in code. I do a similar thing in Too Long Didn't View. That won't bring back unlisted videos and private videos on your channel. So I Googled this. I haven't got it open anymore. Anyway, I Googled it and I said, how do I get my private videos off the YouTube API? Google gave me the answer immediately, which is you have to make a call to your channel to get content details, and then there is a specific playlist called uploads. You get the ID for the uploads playlist, and then you can loop that. And it gives you all your unlisted videos. So in fact, I smashed that in as a prompt here. And in fact, this text is almost verbatim copied off YouTube. Literally what I've just explained. Claude smashed that in and it's working. So if I show you the network, refresh the page, click on YouTube, you can see there's my videos. So let's see. So you see these private ones, they've got a publish date. Now what's interesting is that are a couple of videos that have come back with null. And I saw this before and it went away. Let me refresh it again. This will be an issue on the YouTube side. Yeah, that's happening again. So debugging my AI video pipeline and... Oh no, hang on, they're public. They're already live. So we're only interested in private. So if we look at private, when's the last one scheduled to go out? My automated video pipeline. So my automated video pipeline, publish at 4th of March. So that's good. That's working. We pick that date up in code and we set the publish date here. That's it. You actually saw me do the upload yesterday, so I won't bother showing that again. I added a logout button, so I just went, hey, Claude, give me a logout button, just so I could reset the login, logout, easy with YouTube. And that's pretty much where we're at. So let's do some little bits of follow-up. Fix video date. And I'll show you this little list. It's a tiny little list, but I thought it'd be interesting to share this just so you can get an idea of, you know, the kind of things you can do to improve features like this. So previous bug, I've covered that. Was using the wrong account. Update status with published URLs. So let me explain this one. So what I want to have happen is when this does a publish, it updates the manifest with the URL, and then it should effectively hide the publish button and just show the link. So I'll write that out a bit clearer in a minute. And obviously the idea with that is I don't want to hit publish twice or get confused and upload the same short twice. So effectively I'm saying, hey, block me at the UI level from uploading something twice. I'll probably regret that later, but I think that will be necessary. What I might do is say, hey, add a flag that I can control to override that, but not going to worry about it for now. I want to get a new button up the top here called Mark as Published. What I want that to do is then update the manifest just with a publish flag, which essentially is going to be like, sort of like hitting archive, but I think I'm actually going to get rid of archive because what I want to be able to do is look at the pipeline jobs and know which ones are kind of done in terms of published and which ones aren't. I'll probably get tabs in here so I can see kind of in progress versus complete. Complete meaning it's been published. Want a new button to wipe the temp folder. So I've done a bunch of work with where all the rendering of the videos takes place. And I want to be able to just clear that out manually. I also want to see what the disk space used is. This isn't really a YouTube feature, so I probably won't do that today. And then not updating the date correctly in the UI. We've just fixed that. So really all we're doing is this. So let's see if we can write this out correctly. When a video or short is successfully uploaded to YouTube, add a link to the manifest JSON file with the YouTube ID. I'm gonna have to edit that. I'll say add the YouTube ID to the manifest JSON file. If the YouTube ID is present for the short or main video, prevent the YouTube publish component being shown and show a link to view the video instead. That should make sense. Copy that. Let's go in plan mode and we will put Claude to work. Now, while it's doing that, I am going to need to publish something to test this. So we'll get our short here and you'll see this working. We'll pick the fit, go publish. She goes, uploads. That's kind of slow. Oh, there we go, it's starting. What's cool is when you go to YouTube, you can see the entry. There it is. It's already starting to process the upload, which is nice. How's Claude going? Having a think. Okay, video's uploaded. That should have moved to shorts on my channel. Processing will begin shortly. I haven't done it yet. Schedule, and it's moved to shorts. So this is awesome. So this is going to work exactly the same, whether it's a main video or a short. And you can see there, it's going to go out on March 5th. If we come back to the front end, you can see it's got that link. So this is actually what I want from this requirement that Claude's having a think about. But I want to see this when I refresh the page. If I refresh the page, this will go away. So it needs to save this in the manifest. Now, because I've uploaded a short, the next thing you're going to see is the time has increased for the next one. So I don't know if it's going to show you what. No, it doesn't show what time, but I know we picked a time eight hours earlier than this. So it's advanced 8 hours because that's what I asked the code to do. So if I pick the next short, that will move it 8 hours again. So the idea is each time I publish a short, the next one that I publish will queue 8 hours after the last. If there are no shorts left to go live on YouTube, it'll just publish it immediately. Okay, Claude's come back. Let's have a little look at this. After a video or short successfully uploaded, YouTube IDE is only held in transient in-memory state and ephemeral React component state. Big words tonight, Claude. Plan. Add manifest write helper to YouTube. Update to upload. Yep. New call for the status. It looks kind of convoluted at this point. What I find is it tends to get stuff right, but then once you go digging in the code, you find things where you're like, oh yeah, I'd do that differently. So this whole project's not been one. I've been a bit fast and loose with this project. My other projects, I have more stringent controls around code review, tests, etc. And to be honest, I'm beyond the point where the same thing should have probably happened to this. Those scripts that keep the pipeline relatively atomic mean it's easy to kind of debug each one and see what it's doing. The thing I need to talk to Claude about is whether there is a meaningful way of writing kind of end-to-end tests for the actual video processing. Like literally having like a 10-second video that I could write automated tests on and verify the output is what is expected. Which may even be as simple as get a pipeline to run, convert a 10-second script, and then use like ffprobe to go, yep, it converted it, it's 10 seconds long, it's in this color space, it's in this coding, that kind of thing. I just don't think it's too important for this project. This is never going to be available commercially. And for me, it's like, if it's working, it's working. Me using it every day is the test. This is nearly done. Now, having uploaded that one, we will get in a mess. So what I might do is delete this, because we're going to do it again. Okay, it's finished. I'm not even going to bother reading this. It's usually just repetition of what it said it was going to do under the plan. I'm noticing this is happening a lot. All the changes I've done today have had this problem where it's made a change and there's an error. YouTube publish date is defined but never used. Interesting. I think what happens is it makes a code change and then it makes another change and it forgets to clear up. So that's an unused type. We'll just take that out. No big deal. Okay. Refresh here. I'll try this on the short. I won't bother doing this on the main videos. So we'll pick this one again. Let's go with the 8 for giggles. So you see there, 5:35 a.m. So if you count 8 hours from 5:35 a.m. Yeah, 1:35 p.m. Publish, upload. It's going to take about the same time. So while that's uploading to YouTube, we can start on the next requirement, or at least start having a look at it. Okay, I'm going to write a little requirement for this. I won't bother with this today. Add a new top level button to the job card to mark the video as published. This effectively means there is no more use for the video, and let me talk is simply a status I can use to track job progress in the UI. And then I'll say, forget the name of the component, go to job card, job list page. Change the style of each publish in the job list page component to indicate whether it's been published or not. So that's our second little job. It should smash through that. And this is live. So that's going to put that back. You can see there, scheduled for March 8th. So if I refresh now, what I'm expecting, yeah, exactly that. So I can no longer publish this one, and it's giving me a link to it, which should say not available yet.
Be a fun thing to look.
There you go. It worked. Cool. Not going to bother testing this on the video. I'll do that offline, but no reason to expect it won't work. So let's smash this one out. Go new chat, paste. So interesting here. All throughout this series, I've talked about the benefit of having the Claude Code or GitHub Copilot extension integration when you're working with it. For me, it's a bit easier for the simple reason that depending on what file you're on, it gives it the context of where you want to make small changes. For big changes where I'm writing a PRD, it's less important. But for something like this one where it's just a UI change, if I had like, and I do this all the time where I might go, oh, hey, style this card with a hover, and then it will really laser it in and it will think quicker and get the job done. Now, arguably I made a mistake because I had the PRD selected with the text that I then pasted in. And what it's done is it's spawned a task, explore front-end job card structure, and now it's going and looking at the back end. So it's like it's done a few loops that I may have been able to prevent it from doing if I'd had the front-end code selected. As it is, it's kind of got there. So it's got to content review, job detail page, even though they're not the right one. And actually, having thought about this, there's a backend change as well. So it's not like this is straightforward. So add publish field to backend models and job router. Add mark publish API method and publish type to front end. Update job card with publish button and publish stop. So I gave this kind of a simple version of this. What I actually want to do is have tabs here so I can separate kind of in progress or to do from complete. So publish would go under complete, and then I'll just have two views of stuff I've done versus stuff that's still to upload. One of the reasons that's important is because of how I'm going to actually use the shorts uploading in practice. So what's going to happen is I drop a video in, this thing processes the whole video, and then it's going to do this. So it's going to go, here's 6 shorts. Because they are short, I'll watch them all, and I'll go, don't like that one, don't like that one, don't like that one. So I may only end up with like 2 or 3 from each video that I want to upload. What I will want to do is not upload them all at the same time. So I might go publish this one for, say, video 8, then go back and do one from number 7, do one from number 9, spread them around a bit. Not sure, maybe I don't need to do that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Shorts is kind of new for me as a strategy, mainly because I've always perceived it as too much effort, which it now is no effort. It's now 0 effort for me to publish shorts. So whether it ends up being a disaster or not is not really important. Okay, let's see our... interesting. So it's added a kind of pill for it. So if we go in here, not quite what I wanted. What did I ask? Add a new top-level button to the job card to mark the video as published. Where is that? Job card, publish button. Small text button at the right of each card. I can't see it. Do I need to restart? Restart the server. Does it need to be finished? Okay, let's look at the code. I've picked the wrong component. I said job card. It's not job card, it's content review. That's right, that's easy to fix. So what's gonna happen is it's up here, right? So I do that. Yeah, and then it marks it as published, which is fine. So I could have it in there and I could have it in here as well. And then we'll just get it to update, to create a tab list and split the published and published jobs between the two tabs. Because thinking about it, I actually don't want that there. It's too much visual noise. What should we do? What does that do? Can I move that myself? Get to see me do some actual code. Where's that? Yeah, this should be pretty easy to move. Is public. Go to content review. Where's the buttons? Rerun. Find that. Job detail page. This is where it should have been. Archive, delete. Pop it in here. And then I need to bring over this. I just come there. I think I can cut all of that out. Nope. Okay, so that needs that. Let's go that out. They go up there. That's already got that. Good. Come back here, grab that. That should be fine. Those are just unused. We'll clear those up in a second. Pop this in here. Job. What have I missed? Got. Good. Job ID is up there. So I can just do that. Argument of type string or undefined is not assignable to type string. So we will go if no job ID exists is part. Should have got a lot to do. I think we're there. So button's gone from there. I have the button in here now. If I click on that one, that says published. That's what I expected. So now all I need to do, that one's gone. Test this one. Didn't do it. Yep, that worked. There's a little status issue with clicking that. So when I hit mark as published, it needs to update this. That's not getting updated, so that's an easy fix. And then we will be done. So I think I will leave it there. Now, as you will know, if you are still watching this series at this point, I keep saying, oh, this is the last one, this is the last one. I've kind of realized I'm going to keep tinkering with this. I think the reason I keep saying to myself, I need to finish the series is because this has got so long. And some of these videos, you really do need to have watched some of the previous ones to make sense of what I'm talking about. However, if I come up with a feature that I want to add to this, I guess what I realized is as long as I make these videos kind of self-contained, where I'm just talking about a single feature and the video in isolation has value, I'll keep adding to this series over time, not at the same frequency I've done this sort of first build, which has literally taken me a week, so not very much time. But now I have it built. I've got a whole stack of other projects I want to move on to, so I'm not going to be working on this as much. There's still going to be little bugs and things I want to fix. But if I come up with things in the future that I think would make good content, then I'll continue to add to this series. So yes, despite me saying this is done, I'll say it's on hiatus, or you know, we'll see. TikTok, I'll probably do a video for that, and then I've also had ideas around like inserting ads into the video. And initially that won't be ads. I don't think I'll ever be wanting to take ads on this channel should it get successful. It'll actually be more me having ads for my own stuff. So content that just switches the video up and goes, hey, check out one of my products or other things I'm working on. So having those kind of insert in, there's other kind of little editing tricks I'm thinking about. So these are the type of things I may want to come back on, but I've spent enough time on this project for the moment. So this will be the end of this, and then I'm going to work on content that's going to be probably a little bit easier to digest on the channel rather than a 29-part series. So we'll leave it there. I hope you found this useful. There's been a lot of stuff in this series, a lot of different aspects of video editing, video production, a lot you can learn from. So I'll call it there. See you in the next video.